So let's talk about this gentleman really quick, because he does play a very important role. And again, I do a whole other presentation on Benedict Arnold, so maybe that'll be the next one. But before Benedict Arnold was the most infamous traitor in American history, he was a member of the Sons of Liberty, and he was exceedingly efficient at being a productive member of the group because of his business in New Haven. Arnold packed up his things and left Norwich in 1762 after he completed an apprenticeship with his mother's cousins, the Layford brothers, in Norwich. His family name was disgraced in Norwich because of his father's public scandals with alcohol and his alcoholism that he struggled with. So Arnold took his sister, packed up all his things, went to New Haven, and he never returned to Norwich afterwards. He never came back to the city. Became a rather successful businessman in New Haven. And this was someone, if his fortunes had turned out differently, he would have gone to Yale College. He would have had the education of a gentleman. And his mother had such big aspirations for him. But because of how his father piddled away the fortunes, he was denied those opportunities. So even though he didn't go to Yale College, he set up a storefront just a couple blocks from Yale College and got to sell textbooks and all sorts of things to the current Yale students. So there's a little bit of irony, at least in that. But because of how he set his business up, he not only sent ships throughout the entirety of the world, but he also personally commanded them. He was quite a skilled mariner, and it was something he learned from his father, who was also a skilled mariner and a very good sailor. Arnold's role with the Sons of Liberty has to do with a creative way of circumventing paying things like taxes on goods that you import from other parts of the world. We call it smuggling. He was a very efficient smuggler. But the thing is, he didn't know how to keep his mouth shut about what he was doing. So one of his sailors that he evidently had a falling out with decided that he was going to threaten Arnold and go to the authorities to expose his whole smuggling operation that was going on. And Arnold didn't take very kindly to that. So he had the man flogged, not once, but twice. And it took a second flogging for the guy to decide, you know what, I think I'm just going to skip town and never return. I don't want to poke this bear ever again. So for all of Arnold's faults, he definitely, he was someone that you didn't really want to pick a fight with, because he would take the fight very seriously.